Starting with commercialisation, Brim mentioned it, Ron mentioned it, everyone mentioned commercialisation when they did their presentations, and it's such a critical challenge that is facing the whole industry. It's facing, the world's facing commercialisation, not just sport. And just as an example, apologies, really out of each other. Yeah. In the 1970s, when you're looking at multi-million-dollar brands, you have 4 brands that were multi-million-dollar brands in the 1970s. Push on 20 years, you've got 30-odd brands. Push on another 20 years, 780 plus brands that are multi-million-dollar brands associated with sport. This is a vastly growing and dynamic environment. And commercialisation affects sport across so many facets. It's not just the commercialisation of who has ownership of the sport. It's about commercialisation in the sense that who has input and influence on every single component of that sport. So you look at the athlete, you look at the club and the team that's associated with the athlete. You look at the governing body and what impact does commercialisation have on that governing body. We've got the spectators or the consumers and the fans, the sponsors and the advertisers, venue operators, merchandise sales, gamblers. That's an important component. And then you've got rights holders. I have a couple of statistics that I just wanted to read from when you're talking about commercialisation in sport and what money is associated with this. Looking at individual sport athletes, someone like Ronaldo, $88 million he is valued at. You then look at a single team, and the New York Yankees in 2015 were valued at $4 billion. You look at the IPL, which is a conglomerate of teams within cricket in India, $4.8 billion. Our Olympic, the Rio Olympics, is valued at $6 billion. This is multi-million dollars worth of value that influence sport and how participants play sport and the outcomes of what affects sport as a whole. We have to see this as an opportunity. We have to see commercialisation as an opportunity because we can't rely on the public sector just to provide input into sport. Within Western Australia in particular, there is a growing tier of differentiation between sports that have more of a commercial input into their revenue and sports that are self-generating of revenue and have the traditional sponsorship of type. That has to be given consideration when when public money is invested into sport. You look at facilities that were spoken about by Gary and by Ron. Facility investment by the public sector generates income and revenue into sport. That needs to be factored in. So we need to, when we look at commercialisation, we need to have greater accountability and we need to have greater integration. We can't see an athlete as an individual, not integrated in the whole system. And it's not a one-size-fits-all. When smaller sports look at commercialisation, they go, doesn't impact me, and I'm not even going to consider it. But it impacts every single sport because the bigger purse of sport and where that's spent, whether it be public or private, that impacts you and your individual sport. So we've all got to be smart about how we integrate financial models and look at working together to actually harness the opportunities of commercialisation in sport.